All right, good evening. It is 9 o'clock here on the West Coast and midnight on the East. You are listening to Drum Smack here on T-Radio V. We are a weekly radio and TV show that is all about drums, drummers, and drumming. My name is Brad Kroll here in the studio, and your host, Jeff Sorensen, is actually on tour right now with Pete Anderson, and he's going to be Skyping in to participate in the show tonight. So
live from an empty bar in Virginia.
Yeah, that's right. He literally just finished a gig, and they are hanging out on the stage at the venue in Richmond, Virginia. Thanks for watching. Let me just introduce who else we have here in the studio. You may obviously know our dear friend Jesper, who has joined us on 2 shows before this, and he's hanging out with us tonight.
Hanging out.
You know,
Just
I mean, well, I'm such an expert on drums, so we had to bring one in. And then obviously we have Cam, who helps us out with doing our social media and research and all of that kind of stuff, and he preps us and makes sure we're ready to go.
Yeah, you know.
How are we looking? Is Jeff? Jeff, we heard you on Skype. What's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, wait a second. There's a difference. You have Michael in the background of you this time.
Yes. Indeed. Hello from Richmond, Virginia. How you guys doing?
Say something funny.
That's something to say.
I just want Jesper to say something funny.
I'm texting you right now, Murphy.
Murph.
Michael Murphy.
Well, Jeff.
Yes.
Tell us about your show, man.
Yeah.
Well, we played
there?
at 8 o'clock tonight in beautiful Richmond. We're at a club called Lulu's. Great place, great food, and it is humid as F out here. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
It is
Coast.
very humid out here. I don't know. It's probably hot in L.A., but the humidity thing really makes a big difference, man. Like crazy humid.
Well, you're coming through loud and clear. This is really exciting.
Yeah,
so I'm
working
stoked.
out.
You set that rig up nicely. But why don't you tell us about what's going on tonight, man?
All right. Well, tonight on the show, we're going to welcome Steve Duncan, interviewed here in Richmond, Virginia. Steve has performed and recorded with Ricky Nelson, the Helicasters, John Denver, Carl Perkins, Freddie Fender, T-Bone Burnett, and the Rose Band, to name a few.
Jeez.
And of course, a little later, we're going to be talking with drummer Ricky Molina. Ricky has performed with the Elton John Band, Jose Fernando Lara, Genesis, Jenny Riviera, and currently touring with Sergio Cardenas y Los Cordelias. Wow, I am really bad at
Yeah. Los Cordiales. We'll give you that one.
It's late.
That's cool.
It's late over there.
Sergio Cardenas.
Right.
It's all right. You're in Richmond. We'll forgive you. Hey, guys, welcome back to the studio. That was Jeff out there with Steve Duncan. Very excited about
Good
that.
interview.
We actually have Ricky Molina live here in the studio. What's up, Ricky? But before we say hello, check out Ricky playing with Elton John.
Oh, darling, please believe me. I never do you no harm. Believe me when I tell you, I never do you no harm. Oh, darling, if you leave me, I'll never make it alone. Believe me when I tell you, don't ever leave me alone.
All right. I think I've heard of that guy before, Elton John. Ricky, welcome to Drum Smack, man.
Thank you very much for the invitation and
Yeah.
having.
Welcome.
So you were saying while we were watching that was a charity event from '04.
Yes, that's
So-
true. That's 2004.
Tell us a little bit about that. How'd you get connected with those guys?
Well, and I'm actually thanks to David Johnson, the director of the Elton John band. He actually called me on December 2003 and invited me to play on during like different charity concerts from 2004 all the way through 2009.
Oh, wow.
The whole
So you
band.
played with them for years?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yes. And they would invite me, and then, well, We just do most of the stuff. Most of the gigs were like charity concerts. You know,
Gotcha.
for the foundation, Elton John Foundation, all the stuff, and for all other
Nice.
schools around here in LA or on other parts.
Okay.
that
So was it
pretty
kind
good.
of touring, or was it mostly locally?
Most
local
of
LA?
the stuff that we did with the Elton John Band was just local.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will send.
Yeah, it's one day.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Pretty
So were you here already in Los Angeles before that, or what brought you here?
I actually came here in 2001.
Okay.
Yes, and I wanted to go to MI Music School,
Yeah.
but my English wasn't too good, so they sent me to 4 years of high school back.
Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you what. I think we have a caller. I'm pretty sure you guys might know this guy, and he's calling in from Skype.
There we go.
Hey!
What's on your mind?
What's up? I know that guy.
State your question.
Where are you calling from?
Richmond.
Yes.
Ricky, man, thanks so much for coming on the show. So glad to have you.
Hi, hey, he's taking over.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
Well, right on. Well, you were talking about MI, and well, tell us a little bit about who you were studying with when you went to MI, because you studied with some pretty heavyweights, right? I mean, obviously Chuck Silverman, right? And you also
Yes.
studied with Greg Bessonette, just to name a few. You want to kind of tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm actually I couldn't make it to MI because of my English. So then I started taking lessons with Greg for a couple of months. Then Greg introduced me to Tony Pia. Then I took 4 years of drum lessons with Tony Pia, and then through all those years with different drummers that, for example, Maria Martinez, Ed Rossetti, well, Greg Bessonette, and then I would say like start like doing some other stuff with like helping either Tony Pia with their gigs or well, different drummers that will take drum lessons from them, and then they will actually tell me just cover some gigs for me, and then
Nice.
it will be pretty
Were
good.
all those teachers through MI, or were they outside of MI?
They were
or
outside
some
of MI.
them were?
They were outside of MI, yeah. But then after a couple of years, I actually saw Chuck Silverman. I think he's still teaching there.
Okay.
So it was pretty. It's pretty good. I'm still taking lessons from those guys. So it's pretty good.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of those teachers, Ricky, who made the biggest impact on your playing, and who influenced you the most?
The biggest impact. Oh my God, I will say Tony Pia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Pia.
Pia.
Yeah, he actually helped me a lot with a lot of my playing, and Guillermo Pacheco. He lives over there in Mexico. He was my first teacher, and I actually spent quite a time with taking lessons with him too.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very. So now, when you're not playing, when you're not studying, like, what are you currently working on right now back in town?
Well, I'm actually playing with different bands. One of them is called Sergio on Los Cordiales. We actually there is a CD coming out this month. That's going to be distributed through a huge company. It's called Universal, Latin Music. So, and then I'm actually part of the team of distribution team for either Cympad, Stageworks, and some other companies too.
All right. Well, Ricky, we're coming up on a break, so we're going to take a quick
Sounds
break,
like it.
and then hold that thought. We'll pick up right where you left off, right when we get back. Okay?
All right, thanks.
Radio and TV.
All right, guys, welcome back to Drum Smack here on T Radio V. I believe we still have Jeff on Skype, right? But we're here in the studio live with Ricky Molina, and he was just recounting a little bit of stuff about MI again. But Ricky, you were saying that you were actually you've been a judge on the Guitar Center Drum Off, and I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about being a judge and what kind of qualities you look for in players when you're doing that.
Oh my God, being a judge at the Guitar Center Drum Off, it's kind of tough because
Lots of good drummers.
that's a good drummers. That's a good drummers, and they actually each one of them had their own style of playing, you know. And well, what I actually look for when they're like on the competition, that type of competition, it's most of the how they the style of playing, how they actually apply what they know on right on the spot. I would say like when they improvise like any type of rhythm over there at the show. So they're how they apply the rhythm. What's their fundamentals of applying it to the rhythm. So and another stuff, it would be their what type of music are they actually playing in that at the drum off, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's most of the stuff that I actually look how they actually apply the techniques and other stuff. Yeah.
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 I know. I think we were talking was Steve Roth, right? Do you know Steve through the Guitar Center?
Through the Guitar Center.
And he was talking about showmanship and a couple of other things, but you're focused more on technique.
More on technique, yeah.
Okay.
More on technique and what they actually apply, how they apply that to the music.
That's great. How long you been doing that with those guys?
Well, for almost 4 years.
Okay.
Right now. For almost 5 years. Yeah.
Hey, Rick.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a caller.
Yeah.
Another caller.
It's the same guy.
Oh my God.
He's calling in.
Okay, we have to shut this down.
He's trying to take over.
Yeah.
So you're actually going to do it this year? Are you doing at the Northridge store with Steve Roth again?
You know what? I'm not actually gonna do it this year because I have some other gigs that I have to cover. But next year I'll be in.
So there's an opening. How can I be a judge?
There we go.
Guitar
Can
Center?
actually get you the connection through those.
So
very good. I mean, like, tell us a little bit about some of the other work you're doing around town. You have like a recording studio, right, called Black Hat Studios. Is that right?
Yes, that's true. I'm actually record. Well, most of the stuff that we record there is either Christian music and some kind of Mexican music like called norteño and cumbias. So that's what most of the stuff do over there, and voiceovers that we have for either movies or some other type of commercials.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Nice.
You end up
That's
living in
good.
the studio. You spend most of your time there when you're not out gigging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it? Yes.
You ever tell everyone to get out and just wail on the drums?
Oh yeah.
Get out. I'm practicing.
Get out of practice. Yes.
Yeah. Do we get to talk drums soon?
Let's talk drums.
Can we talk drums?
Perfect.
Let's talk gear.
Rick, you tell us a little bit about your setup and what you're using these days.
What I'm actually using right now, well, I'm actually using a pretty nice DW drum set. It's I just got it a couple of months ago. It's either if I'm actually playing derail cymbals. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the brand. It's the derail cymbals. And I actually used 14-inch hi-hat, then a 17, a 19-inch crash, 21, and a 22-inch ride. What else? The Chinas. I used 2 Chinas, an 18 and a 20-inch China. I use either like For example, sometimes when I'm actually playing a little bit of hard rock or something like that, I use gloves. So I use the triplet drum gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I use those. Big Fish sticks.
Of course.
Big Fish sticks, yeah. I use a KickPort, so I can actually get my bass a little more deep sound on it. So, and then, for example, I use those felts, Cympad, the simple felts, on the cymbals, so they can give more the real sound of the cymbal, I will say.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
To let it ring.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
nice.
can actually get
Sustain.
the true sustain and the volume of it. So it's kind of amazing how the little product is. It will do a lot for you for
Yeah.
the cymbals.
Have to check those out.
What company did you say those were? Those little guys?
Cympad.
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 Yes.
Okay.
Cympad. And then, well, I actually used Beato bags. I used Baskey, the carpets, carpets. And when I'm not using those carpets, I'm actually using just like regular, like they're like a smaller carpet, like I would say like an 18-inch by 6-inch or 8-inch. They are called made by Stageworks years.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty good. So.
Nice.
Hey Ricky, tell us a little bit about like, you're still giving lessons, drum lessons and stuff, and if so, how can people get a hold of you to take them?
Yeah, they can actually go through either my website, rickymolina.com, then they will find all my contact information there. Yeah, and I'm actually still doing lessons. Not most of the time, but well, we can actually arrange something out.
All right. Yeah, when you're not
Skype,
telling them
yeah,
to get out of the studio.
Yeah.
All right, come in. You can take a lesson.
Yes.
Jeff is doing some Skype lessons from the road.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, I'll tell you what. I believe we have a video lined up of you here with Sergio Cardenas and Los Cordiales. Yeah. But
Yes.
before we jump over to that, who are your endorsements, man? Who are you endorsed
Oh
by?
my God.
All those companies.
let me just well, it's Bigford, Remo, Tycoon Percussion, Cympad, Stageworks, it's Quick Camps. Actually, let me see who else. Triplet drum gloves, Beato bags, derail cymbals. We got I actually got quite a bit of help from
Yeah.
a lot of companies. So
That's amazing.
there are like 16 or 20.
Wow. Are they more excited about the studio work, or the live shows?
The
you're
live
doing?
shows,
Live show.
and yes, more of the live shows.
That's
We
great.
actually have a show here, the House of Blues, coming up next week on Saturday.
Who are you playing with?
We're playing with a band called Gitanos.
And which
we're-
band is this for you that you're playing in?
This is like they actually just call me. This is the band that plays like rumba and some kind of Spanish Spanish
What are they called?
music. Gitanos.
Gitanos.
Yes.
Awesome.
Nice.
House of Blues.
Yeah, the House of Blues.
All right.
Starts at 7, I think. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this
Well,
14th.
great. So let's check out. Actually, before, why don't you set up this video? Show us or tell us a little about Sergio Cardenas.
So Cardenas, well, we actually play. It's most of the music that we play is norteño. So it's you guys can find all the information on my website. There is a CD coming up. So go to rickymolina.com and you guys will find information there.
Here we go. Yeah, it sounds like a party right there, man.
That's true.
Every time. I bet everyone's dancing the whole time.
Yes.
Well, guys, I think that's going to wrap up our show here tonight. So thanks so much for joining us,
Thank
Ricky,
you very
here in the
much for
studio.
invitation. Yeah, thank you.
And obviously we have Jeff out
Thank
there
you,
with
Jeff.
Steve. So I'll let you guys sign us off.
Hello again from Richmond, and we want to, say thanks to all our guests, Ricky, Molina, and Steve Duncan for coming on this week. We're going to be live next week from Providence, Rhode Island, next Tuesday. And remember to be the change in the world that you want to see, and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.